Hi folks, Donald with D's Bees here. I'm down at one of my bee yards. I don't know if you saw my post earlier, but I decided not to let the sangria win, so I've still got some bee stuff to do. And I wanted to check in on this hive and this one. These are nukes. Bear with me while I lay the phone down just a minute, put my gloves back on. That glove. This phone, I don't know if it's emitting infrared or what, but the bees do it does activate them. And they like to try to sting it, So one of the things that I've done in the last couple of weeks is look at some of my hives that aren't really as strong as they need to be. And I transferred them into this nuke box, which is basically a 5-frame starter box. And I transferred the queen and the bees, but I went to some of my stronger hives, or at least one of them, and pulled out a couple of frames of brood, uncapped bees that haven't hatched or emerged yet, and shook probably an additional frame of bees in the box. I brought them to this hive and merged them. I put a sheet of newspaper right here and then stacked them on top and let them eat through the newspaper and get acquainted. And then what that does is it gives the queen, more support bees. And the more support bees she has, of course, the more eggs she's going to lay and the more bees that are going to emerge. And it's kind of an exponential thing. The more. So I thought I'd stop in here today and take a look at this one just to see how she's doing. I can see there's already plenty of bees up in this third box, which is a medium, which I got some honey frames in for them to have some food, and they're working it, and they're probably either bringing it in or getting some out to nourish themselves. So hold on while I take this box off. I'm going to put the phone over to the side just a moment. Yeah, this box is pretty heavy. It's probably got 20 pounds in it. So they're storing it, and these other bees, I can smell it actually. I could smell them bringing it in, which is a beautiful thing. I just wish everybody had the opportunity to experience the smells this time of year in these beehives. It's phenomenal. So I'm going to take this frame out. Actually, I know this is a honey frame right here on the side, so I'm going to take it first so I don't roll anything. Hold on, the camera's going to be off center again because trying to work with one hand here. Take that frame out. Okay, yes. Okay, that's a frame full of food. It's about a 10 pound frame. And then I know these bees are working. I know they're busy, and I know they're doing their thing because this light looking frame was a frame of black foundation that I put in here less than 3 weeks ago. And they've already got it almost drawn out. The other side is fully drawn. It's not deep enough yet, but this side they're working on. So when I put it back, I'm going to reverse it so that the shallow side is closest to the brood. And with that being said, they don't like shallow side near the brood, so they'll draw it out a lot faster. That's why the other side's drawn out. So I'm going to scoot these bees down, pull this out, and I'm going to look in here. I don't necessarily need to see the queen. A lot of people, they want to see her. They get hung up on seeing her. If I'm in there, I don't say I particularly look for her. I'm going to prop that phone right there just for a minute. But if I see eggs, brood, larvae, and I see plenty of it, I'll show you. I know the queen is in here doing her thing. So this was called a newspaper merge, and it's been a successful one because the bees, it's given the queen a lot more resource bees to get in here and do the things she needs to do to get this hive strong to make honey. So I'm going to come right over that, and if you look down in those cells, you can see white. Those are larvae. And if you look, see if I see, yeah, I don't know that you can see down in there very well. Yeah, there's some eggs down in there. Let me see if I can do a zoom in. These do look a little bit calm, so I'm going to take this glove off and hope I don't get stung. Hold tight while I put that back on there. I'm just going to lay that right there so you can see what's going on. And then we'll zoom in and pull this frame back out. Hope they don't get on my hand. I used to, back in the day, our beekeeping equipment was a Vietnam era mosquito net. No gloves, that was it. So we'll see if I can back up a little bit. I might have it zoomed in a little too far. But if you look down in there, you can see those larvae. And then I'll move over really slow. Let's see if we get some light in those cells. There we go. See that eggs, little white, look like grains of rice in there. See if I can zoom back a little bit. A little bit too close to zoom in. Excuse me. Now we'll try that again. Hopefully we can see those little white eggs in there. But anyway, I'll stop this because that's more than enough. Oh, there's the queen on that. There she was. These queens are expert at hiding. So, she is. I'm not looking for her. I don't generally look for her. There she is, doing her thing. She's looking around, looking for a place to lay. That's the mama. And it's incidentally that she's on this frame. We'll get her back in there because we don't want to risk mashing her. That'd be the end of the colony till I got another queen to go in there. All right. So anyway, that's one of the things you have to think about. We'll zoom back. That's one of the things you have to think about when you're managing these bees. So I've been able to bring this hive from an orange to a grapefruit sized cluster of bees a month ago to almost 8 solid frames of bees. So I'll give them about another 2 weeks. These guys will be ready to go into a 10 frame box and be ready to start making honey in probably another 2 to 3 weeks. Honey flow's just getting started. Looks to me like we've got hives that aren't quite strong enough for the amount of flow that's coming in, but it won't take them long to catch up. So anyway, that's a lot. It's a long video, kind of worth the watch a little bit if you're interested in what's going on inside of a beehive. Thanks for stopping in, and thanks for your support. Donald with D's Bees, Aberdeen, North Carolina.